On the set. Ready, ready. Hut, hut.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And back to the 30. It'll be second down. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Set. Cut, cut.
Rattler wants to throw it. It's taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Steelers first down.
Let's go. 45. One. Set.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ready?
They'll run it again with Barkley.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Ready.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he will have the Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Oh, an ill-advised throw down, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jihad Campbell.
Well, he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
Now they can't bring him down. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Up the middle with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Red 38. Check pitch. Ready?
It's Barkley on the counter. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
Green jack. Here we go. Yep, you. Yellow. Drill green. Beetle blue. Blaster, stick. Spike, white. Slide blue. Ready?
Rattler working out of the gun. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is it still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys
I like
beyond that circle?
I like that, yeah. Just take that little extra weight off of it and start to throw freely.
Looking to put a drive together.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. Across midfield. He's on his way. Breece Hall.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Breece Hall.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Steelers take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game.
His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Okay, ready?
He'll look to throw. There's Hall bringing in another one. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards down to the 13.
Another nice play there, and they've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Ready? 65. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Nico Collins
From 4 yards out.
and the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0.
Steelers, nothing.
after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
On the double.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Throwing is Rattler.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of distance.
He finds his man complete. It's Perez. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Ready?
1st down, Steelers.
Let's go now. 50. Cut.
Off the play fake, it's Rattler.
And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 21 yards away.
And the Steelers get a bit closer.
Santos with the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Steelers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Okay, break.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Come on,
This
come
offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
2nd and 2.
He gets this complete to Shaheed.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He's got a man complete, and that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Elijah Moore,
31 yards.
and the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
This taken in at the goal line. And a good kick pays off as he's only able to get this out past the 10-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Rattler. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Ready. Yellow, 22.
The slot man in motion right.
Set.
Now Rattler. He finds his man, complete. It's Perez. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
To the air once more is Rattler.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Jahad Campbell
in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 23-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. In this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
93 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Ready.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Let's go now.
They'll set up to throw.
Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. He'll buy some time right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. And able to get this out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
On the double. Set, hut, hey, red, 38.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Come on, set, go. Black 40. Drill green.
To the air is Rattler. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
At the 28-yard line.
From the shotgun, Rattler. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 15. First down,
Side
Steelers.
Good, ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing once more, here's Rattler. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Ready.
Rattler from the gun, third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Hey, check that.
Here's second and 10.
Come on.
He'll drop to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
70 Lions.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught.
And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Boy, that's asking a lot of your punt team there, and they were not able to deliver.
It's asking an awful lot of the punt team there because if it's 4th and 4, 4th and 3, you've got a chance, right? That's a manageable distance to try and pick up when you're running a fake. But when that number's actually been in the weight room and it's pumped up like it was, that's difficult to do. All right, so you might even think to yourself, if I let my offense on the field, would they be able to pick that up? You could run a nice play and not get that distance.
Down. Set.
Rattler wants to throw it.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Ready.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Flag blue. Yellow, 22. Blue striker. Set, cut.
Rattler going to look to throw again.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Let's go now. 10 black, red, yellow. Hut.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on 1st and goal.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Black 40. Ready.
He'll look to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Tommy Trimble
from 19 yards away.
And the Steelers are able to claw one back.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Miami. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. Brown now to return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Rattler. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading the...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Muscles by at the 25.
And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing is Rattler.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Okay.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Come on, set. Black, 95. Set.
They'll go. Here's Rattler. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Come on, come on. Set. Nice. Crack all 80.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Here's 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Go. Max Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
They'll run with Hall. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Ready. Ready.
Ball again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Dalton Kincaid, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Dolphins 56, Steelers 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. That one good for 33 in the 1st. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And you have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Now a toss play. This is Walton. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They go back to Walton. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Drill 45. White. Drill Yellow. Set.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins are pouring it on.
Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line.
And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That one carry for Walton. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Slot man moves right. They run again with Walton. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Let's go. Ready?
Here's Walton. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Yellow.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Ready.
They'll run with Walton. And he goes out right around the 39.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Black Ultra.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
19, Tiger. Let's go now.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
99 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Elliott now to have the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
17. Steelers 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Running free at the 45. Saquon Barkley.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Saquon Barkley, 87 yards. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Santos with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And he'll return this one all the way out of the other side of the field.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 6-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is caught. And they are going to score again. And yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go. Black, 95. Ready.
Drive starts on the ground. It's Walton. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
2nd down in the yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Ready.
Brings up 2nd.
Now Walton. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
By number 16. The tackle by Leo Chanel.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Walton. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Down. blue.
A handoff, Barkley running left.
The Dolphins advancing in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.